Good morning, student. Welcome to the online class. We are going to take up the ninth lesson, weathering and denudation. We are on the next paragraph, denudation, third paragraph, page number 78. The process of denudation is a twofold process that is both destructive and constructive. It is a destructive as it wears and tears away the rock and then transports the weathered material. It is constructive as it deposits the weathered materials. Thus, denudation is a dynamic process that includes the disintegration and decomposition of rock, as well as the wearing away of the land surface. Denudation is carried out in four phases: weathering, erosion, transportation, and disposition. Weathering. The weathering, the term weathering describes the natural process of decay and breaking up of rocks under the action of heat and cold, wind, rainwater, and frost. So, children, denudation take place with four features: weathering, erosion, transportation, and disposition. In weathering, the rocks are broken up and they are in a natural process of decaying with the process of heat and cold, as I have told you earlier, and the rainwater and the floods and the frost. Erosion, the active wearing away of surface of the earth by moving agent like running water, wind, ice, and sea waves. Erosion, again, children, you all know what is erosion. When the floods come and the rocks are carried away by it, by breaking up of small pieces, and again by running water, wind also it is taken away, and by the sea waves it is taken away. Erosion. Next is third is transportation. The wind, running water, moving ice, and waves of the sea carry away the particles removed from one part of the earth's surface to another. Now, in transportation, the with the help of wind, it is carried away from one part of the earth's surface to the other part. This process is known as transportation. Disposition. The material thus carried away and deposited in some other place where it may accumulate from to form rock or landform. Now, the deposition means to the rock is taken away and deposited. From there, it is not going anywhere. But when the layers upon layers and upon layers, it is laid down for quite some time, that forms landforms or rocks. That is called deposition. Work of rivers. Running water is one of the most important agent of denudation. Children, the water which takes away the rocks from one part of the other is called denudation. In rivers, erosion and transportation go on simultaneously, comprising the following interacting process: corrosions and abrasions. This is the mechanical grinding of the river load against the banks of beds of the river. The rock fragments are hurled against the sides of the river and roll along the bottom of the river. This kind of lateral and vertical erosion is called corrosion. When the rock is carried from both the sides of the river, from the above, children, and from the lower part of the land surface by the river, is called corrosion. Hydraulic action. Hydraulic action. The pressure of running water also causes considerable amount of erosion. When the water is in a very currents are very strong in force, that also carry away the particles of rocks. That is also called denudation. Solution. Small amount of carbon dioxide and oxygen found in the water in nature increase the solubility of rocks and minerals. Now, what is solution? The mixture of carbon dioxide and oxygen found in the water and increase the solubility. It makes the rocks and the material more fertile. This is the chemical or solvent action of water or soluble rock. For example, calcium carbonate in limestone is easily dissolved and removed in solution. Children, you all know the chemical reaction of limestone. So that is also deposited in this and it forms a solution. A river or a stream is a body of water flowing down the slope of the land under the force of gravity. Stages of river course. The rivers have three stages: young stage or upper course, mature stage or middle course, old stage or lower course. So children, river is having three stages: the old, the young stage, the mature stage and the old stage. The young stage, the mature stage and the old stage. Upper, middle and lower course. Let's see the young stage or the upper course. The most common landforms formed during the upper course of the river are follows: the V-shaped valley, gorge, canyon, waterfall, rapids and cascades. V-shaped valley. In regions which have soft rocks and receive rainfall, the sides of the valley gets eroded by rainwater due to vertical erosion. The valley develops is thus deep and narrow, shaped like the alphabet V. When V-shaped valleys are how they are formed when the rains are there, children. When the rainfall is there, the rocks at the bottom is cut and taken away by the water, and that is forming a shape, and which is in a shape of the alphabet V, and this takes place as it the water rocks gets eroded away with the water. Gorges. When a river flows through the region of hard rock, it forms a deep, narrow valley. If the bedrock is hard and resistant, the rapid or vigorous down cutting may cause steep walled eye-shaped valley called a gorge. Example, Kali, Kali Gandak Gorge in the Himalayas. Children, the surface of the land which is having soft rock, when the river is flowing, it takes away the river bed rock also, so it is forming a alphabet I and it is forming a valley, and one of the example is the Kali Gandak gorge in the Himalaya. Canyon. When a gorge is very long and steep with almost vertical sides and flat bottom river valley, it is called a canyon. Example, the Great Canyon of Colorado. Children, you can see the Great Canyon of Colorado in the US. You see the mountain ranges, it is forming a bottom sides, vertical sides are flat and bottom having a river also. Waterfalls. Many rapids and waterfalls are formed in the upper course of the river. A waterfall is formed when a river descends suddenly from a higher level to a lower level. Children, you have seen waterfalls. You can see in this figure 9.50 jog fall. It is generally formed at the edge of the hard rock lying on soft rocks. The soft rocks get eroded more than the hard rock. As a result, the soft rocks area becomes deeper and water rushes down almost vertically in the form of waterfall. Example, Niagara Fall, Sky Jog Fall and in the Iceland. Waterfalls may also be caused when a tributary stream reaches the river. U-shaped valley descending from hanging valley in a glaciated region also form waterfalls. So you can see how waterfalls are formed when it is having lot of edges which are having hard rocks lying on the soft bed of the rock, and the soft get eroded quickly. Soft bed of the rock is eroded quickly. As a result, the soft rocks become deeper. When the water is falling, the rock is hitting, the soft rocks are hitting and it is carried away. These are the two examples, the Jog Falls and the Skygog Fall in Iceland. Rapids. When the river flows over an uneven area consisting of soft and hard rocks, the soft rock gets eroded faster than the hard rocks. Hence, the flow of water over the steeps, like changes in the level, forms rapid cascades. Number of rapids in a series form a cascades. The middle course, children. When the river reaches the plain, a number of tributaries join it, and so the volume of water increases greatly. However, it flows less swiftly than in the upper course, as it flows over the land that has less giants granites. The river origin is more lateral than vertical. Hence, there is widening of the valley in the middle stage of the river. Important features formed in the stage are floodplain, meanders, oxenbore lakes. Floodplains. During rainy season, sometimes the volume of the water in the river increases. The flood water overflows its bank. When it subsides, the sediments are left behind. The coarse materials such as gravels and pebbles are deposited along the banks, and finer silt is deposited further away. The plain formed in this way is called floodplains. Example, the Indus Ganga plains are flood plains of the Indus and Ganga Brahmaputra river system. Meanders. It is middle course of the river, flows slowly over the plain, forming S-shaped, children. Loops. These loops are called meanders. The river bends on a flat surface, swing outward to form large meanders by cutting into curves of the outer concave bank and depositing the material in the inner convex bend. Example, Barang River south of Assam. Oxbow Lake. During the middle stage, due to the deposition, a crescent-shaped lake of alluvial deposit that a meander is cut off from the main river. This is called an oxbow lake. Example, Vanathala Lake in South India, Vanathala in Kerala, the only natural formed oxbow lake in India. The lower course. The lower course, it is also called the old stage of the river. Here the major function of the river is deposition. The feature formed during this stage are delta and estuary. Delta. Large roughly triangle body of sediment deposited at the mouth of the river is called a delta. It is formed during the lower course of the river. As the river approaches the sea or ocean, it cannot carry the sand particles anymore and deposit all the sediments in the mouth. To overcome the obstacle created by these deposits, the river is distributed into several small channels known as distributaries. Thus, the region near the river mouth comprising a network of distributaries is known as a delta. For example, the Ganga Brahmaputra Delta in India. Estuary. All rivers do not form delta. When a river flows through a rocky area and carries very little load because of the steep terrains, it forms a narrow opening at its mouth which gradually widens out into the sea. This funnel-shaped opening at the mouth of the river is called an estuary. Example, the Panavar estuary in India near the southwest coast of Kollam district in Kerala. Baga Creek is a tidal estuary in the states of Goa. So children, we will end our session here. We will meet in our next part of the video. We will continue weathering and denudation. Thank you children for your contribution. Please go through the video and read the lesson and understand it. Please learn the question and answers children of the lesson for your unit test 2. Thank you children.